Okay, hi, welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming on and watching today. We are gonna go ahead and get into our sinking funds for October, I guess. Yeah, so we are very new to sinking funds. Not typically something that I've done, but just kind of seeing that we were spending our leftover money on pretty much nothing or just junk. I decided to go ahead and take a look at our finances and see what categories we were spending, I guess routinely on, and kind of make funds for that, or at least plan it or put it in our budget, or however it worked out for us. So, and you can watch some of my past videos kind of explaining, or you can see the unfolding of me wanting to do the sinking funds. My brain is just not catching up with how that works. So there has been some confusion on my part. So today, right now, as I'm filming this, it's Sunday the 1st. In my previous video, I closed out my last pay period, which was this one, the 22nd through the 28th. And then October's budget will start September 29th. And so we closed out here. Let's see. So we closed out here, and I did some math. If you saw, I miscalculated, and we actually ended up spending $742. And this is my end of the pay period math. So our income minus the first week, that gave us a total of $32.06, and then minus the second week's actuals, and that gave us $24.63. We had this purchase as unbudgeted in this week's, just this week's life. And so we have a leftover of $24.41. And normally this would get rolled over into next week, or kind of get eaten up by food, dining out, random trips, and a lot of unbudgeted things. So I decided to go ahead and try sinking funds. So the money is allocated to something like a goal instead of just crap, I guess. So I came up with, I guess let's close this. Yeah, so I came up with these as our sinking funds. Let's go in a little. Okay, so the highlighted ones are something that I guess are our priorities. They get spent every month. So I thought for sure, if there's ever an instance where there's not enough rollover money, these are the 5 main ones that we need to try to cover. And so we have our mortgage, which is just trying to get ahead. And right now, actually, in our mortgage, we have 3 months, November, December, and January. But I want to go ahead and keep putting in more, because I could technically stop, but I will be taking my maternity leave starting December, and then probably not returning until February, mid-February. So probably my first paycheck wouldn't be until March. So it would be nice to have February and March's mortgage saved up just in case. So that's my goal for that. Okay. So yeah, that's my goal for the mortgage. Our toddler, my 2-year-old, that's monthly, usually what so the first number is monthlies, and then I split it up between the two, typically 2 pay periods a month. And this is all of her needs. So diapers, what is she mainly right now? Diapers, wipes, and clothes is mainly what she uses up right now. And then we're a family of 5, 6, 7, and we have, well, there's 5 of us, and then the 2 dogs. So it's their pet food and maybe like toys or save up for vet. And then house needs, so it's house items, napkins, that kind of stuff. And then since we are having baby number 4 in December, I just went ahead and thought I'm just gonna start saving up to buy, like if she's already here, and buying her stuff. So also diapers, wipes, probably formula, clothes, that kind of stuff. And then we have things that I guess we could schedule out. So like haircuts, it's my husband and my 2 teenage boys. And they have a specific barber, that's why it's pretty high. I think their haircuts are $60, and then they do a $5 tip, I think. And then we have date nights, either date nights between just us 2, me and my husband, or our whole family. I have spending money, and it's usually my nails. I get my nails done, but that is going to be changing. I'm going to be trying to do them at home. But I thought, well, I should still save up this money because I need to buy stuff because I don't have anything at home to do my nails. And then I still do want to get pedicures. I think I still, yeah. We're almost 7 months along, so reaching my feet is difficult. So if I can get somebody else to do it, that'd be great. Gifts. And I thought this was gifts for, initially I thought it was gifts for outside of our family little unit, but I think I'm just gonna put it overall maybe because, well, I thought the holidays are coming and we have some birthdays, so I thought maybe I'll just lump it, but I did write holidays down here, and this section is just like extras or ideas or just not any type of real, well, that's not true, priority I was gonna say, but I don't know. So gifts, and we'll just see what fits in that category. Coffee, I know is really high, $80 a month, but I can finally drink caffeine again, and so I want to take advantage of that, and I do get Starbucks usually, and it's myself and my husband and sometimes our kids, so I really want to try to stay under that, but I want a budget just in case, so that's why. So nobody come for me about coffee. I know I can make it at home, I really can, and maybe before baby comes I will take this, whatever money I have in this fund, and buy stuff to make coffee at home. Because once she's here, and then it's going to be December, it'll be our first December in the Texas area. So I wonder what the weather is like here versus Oregon. But I'm not used to leaving the house with a newborn, usually the first 3 months anyways. So yeah, coffee is going to be important here at home. So all of that gives us a total of $35.25, and if we split it between the 2 pay periods, it's $17.63 pretty much, because that's 50 cents. Yeah, so I guess I do need this open, huh? Okay, and I guess I'll get into these other ones. I want to take a post-baby vacation. And this is just, I know it's kind of a long reach, but we just no kids vacation. It's been probably 2 years now. So it'd be nice to go to we want to go to Vegas for an extended weekend, and I thought maybe between $2,000 and $3,000 we would need, flight, stay, and then some money to do stuff. We're not big gamblers, so that's not a big thing for us, but it will be our first trip after baby, after both babies pretty much, and so having a good time eating out. We're big foodies. We love, drinks, different cocktails and stuff like that. So I thought we'll see if we can do it. And if we can't, then I guess it's just a long goal. And then then we have the 2 credit cards, like I've mentioned before. Moving here, we ended up spending, going over budget pretty much. We ended up spending more than we thought moving of the whole move and furnishing the house and everything. So we do have 2 credit cards with a balance from all of that. And so I want to pay those back quicker. Right now we're paying more than the minimum, but I just want to pay them off quicker, because we're not using those cards at all other than regular house bills like electricity and water, garbage, that stuff. And also I wanted to get a month ahead with our bills, and I think right now we have $4,200 in that sinking fund, so that's only 1 month of bills. So this one isn't super high priority, which is fine for me. But yeah, it's something I want to keep adding just because we are going on maternity leave. So it'd be nice just to have money just in case. And that's a regular maternity leave with no complications. Hopefully no C-section. I've never had a C-section, but my daughter was very, very close to becoming one, kind of an emergency C-section. But at last minute, she decided to do it on her own. But yeah, I've heard C-sections, it's hard to recover. So I don't know if even working from home, sitting all day is something that I would be able to do. If anybody's gone through any of that, I know it's not budget related, but let me know if anybody's had C-section versus have had both C-section versus natural birth. I don't do epidural. This will be my 4th without epidural, and I usually recover pretty good. It takes me, a week. I'm usually feeling pretty great. I'm normally a very slow healer. Anyways, off topic there. I also did want to put holidays, and I think this is the one where I thought I'll include birthday stuff. My boys are older. They don't really care other than maybe going to dinner, and they getting cash. Usually we'll do $100 or $200 now that they've been older. For like maybe the last two years they've gotten $200 and they've been fine. I think the very first birthday that my middle son was like, I don't want a birthday party, we gave him all of the cash that we would have spent on his birthday. And I'm a planner. I like festivities and all of that, so I usually do tend to spend and go extra. So I think we gave him, he turned 10, I think it was, and we gave him like $500. And he just spent that all on Xbox stuff. Other than I think $200, I don't know. But and then my daughter, well, since we are the only ones that live in Texas, our family is all back home. I'm not going to be throwing big parties until she, goes to school, makes friends, and even then, it's not the same when you invite like 80 people from your family. So me and my husband both have pretty big families. So even our close-knit circle is, I don't know, usually like at the very least 40 people will show up. So, and off to the side, I did write, let's see. So a month ahead. Oh, I also have already a home projects sinking fund, and that currently has $1,000 in it. And then back to school money, the kids have a leftover of $560. And I think I've mentioned it before, I'm going to be using this for so it's back to school shopping, so supplies and new clothes and shoes and stuff like that. And then any leftover stuff I'm going to use throughout the year. So see, I have to, these will probably be priority, or at least this one, because they still need stuff for next year. And right now, I just have all of this in the same account. So every time I do this budget, I just budget it off our paychecks. And then all of this money should always be the same, or like this money that we have there. It complicates it because I constantly have to do the math. And so I've been thinking of switching it to its own little sinking funds. But I will update once I figure out how I want to do that. But these are the sinking funds that I thought we could do. And since we have a leftover from this last pay period of the $24.41, I thought let's go ahead and test it out. Test out how I'm going to do this. Okay, so I made this little layout for myself. I put the categories that I'm thinking of putting all of the categories. And then like today, I'll put today's date. So today is 10/1. And put the starting balance that I have in here, which is 69. And then we're gonna add 1150 because that's half of our mortgage. So we do 1150. So then our ending balance here is gonna be 8050. Oops, 8050. Cool. And so I guess at the end I'll subtract all of this from here just to make sure. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and fill that out how I want to do this, and then we will chat about it. And you know what? I actually just thought, so we're going to have a new expense starting tomorrow, tomorrow, Monday. My daughter is going to daycare for the first time in her life. So that I think is $135 a week. So I just thought about that actually. So I think I'm gonna have to change this around because that leftover money is gonna have to be for daycare now also. But let's go ahead and total this up and just make sure that it's all correct. 176, yep. So this is 176,250. Okay. So if we had 62, this was our leftover. And if we minus what we need for sinking funds equals, well, we have a leftover of 479. And I am going to write that down off to the side because I tend to forget. 62 minus 17625, and that gives us 479.12. Okay. So daycare is $135 a week, so a month it's $540. So 540 minus 547.12, what we have left over, is $60. So we need to subtract, we need to subtract $61 from here, so we have all of the money for October's daycare, because I don't want to miss that out. Let's see, October. Off the bat, I want to say no coffee because it's the lowest priority. And see, I still have all of these other ones. Okay. 2 of the boys, or 2 of the men in the house, already got their haircuts. So I don't need all of this. So would I just do 97 divided by 3? So that's 32.5. And so 2 of those is $65. Oh, okay. Let's do that. So I just need to save for 1. And that is, what was it? 97.5 divided by 3. 32.20 instead. 32.50, sorry. And so then we'll have 65 left over here. Okay, yeah, because my husband and my oldest already had their hair, they just got their haircut, and that just was cash flowed. My middle son is not getting a haircut right now. He's deciding not to, but I'm still gonna save his money. Okay, and so then we'll have 65 from the 2 others, and then we're adding 479, which was the leftover from the leftover. And so that gives us 504. Oh, sorry, that is my dog. He's in the office here with me. He is how old is he now? A 6-year-old pit. Big boy, big old boy. Okay, so we have 544.12 left over, minus the 540 that we need. Minus the 540 that we need for all of October. And so we will be left with $4.12, which is totally fine. That will roll over. So this one isn't right either. So it was 176,250 minus 65. So this is 169.75. And then I guess let's write daycare over here. Oh gosh, maybe it wasn't a good idea. He was napping. He was fine. And so we're just gonna add the 540. Yeah. So this is 0. So this is 10-1. And this is 540. So that way we don't have to worry about daycare since it's brand new. And then yeah, we're left with 0. So I should write these on here as well. But see, then nothing for this, no extra payments, no month ahead. I'm not too worried really about these 3. It would be nice to have money in here for holidays because Halloween is coming up. It's one of my favorites. Maybe we'll just cash flow it. I hate to say it, but I might just put it on a credit card and maybe make paybacks a priority also. Like maybe instead of date nights, because honestly, date nights and gifts. Ugh, I don't want to do gifts because we're coming up to the holidays and we're far away from people, so maybe. Yeah. Maybe date nights and gifts we won't save and we'll put towards paybacks if we put holidays on a credit card. Yeah, my brain, this is just how it works. It's fine. And even coffee, really, because if I take the $80 whenever I save it up and buy stuff to make at home with $80, then we should be fine. And maybe I'll make that like a little extra video of making a coffee bar or something at home. But anyways, yeah, so that is how I decided to do my seeking funds for the first time. So this was from leftovers from the last pay period of September. And so then I will do the budget for October, and I think it is, I haven't even filled it out. It's gonna be September 29th through the 12th. So I'll do the budget and do all the pre-math, and then the same routine as here is I'll have a leftover here, like here, and from this leftover, I'll put it into sinking funds by the 13th. And so on the 13th, starting the 13th, I'll be able to use these funds. Yeah, that will be perfect because it'll be the perfect time to buy babies stuff. The dogs will probably need food before then, but that's fine. We can put it on a card and then pay back. And that's just how it'll work. But yeah, I think this is way better than how I was trying to do. And I think I'm going to try to put these in my notebook here. Oh gosh. I was thinking like before or after the transactions page, and then before the next pay period budget, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on October's new budget and then do the pre-math and see how seeking funds for that pay period will work. But yeah, so I'm happy with it. You know, when you get that sense of accomplishment of doing something that you're just like, I don't get this at all. That's what I'm getting right now. So it finally makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you guys. If anybody's new to sinking funds or budgeting, if you have any questions or anything, definitely leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. But we are learning and figuring this out together, definitely on your own pace. And yeah, so let's start on October. Let's figure out our money for this ending of the year. And everybody have a great Sunday. Get ready for Monday. Bye.